You ever just like forget how far you've come? Like seriously, you forget how far you've come. And I'm gonna make it make sense. But hi, this is Marissa with Marissa Moments. So here's the thing, right? I have Snapchat. I rarely use it because I'm like, whatever. I just don't feel like it. But as I put my book back on the shelf, hi, I'm still here. But what I received, so this morning I was scrolling through it because, I actually do use it to pull up old divinity reminders to reshare with you. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I saw this video, excuse me, from 5 years ago. I'm still recovering from COVID. And it was completely different from the life that I'm living today. And I still drank then. I still ate meat then. But that's not even the bottom line, because there's nothing wrong with those things if you do it, right? I mean, everything in moderation. However, we lived in a completely different space and place. And I lived in a completely different space and place. I was still a victim of my own life in those moments. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because, one, I'm very transparent because we're all on this healing journey together, right? But two, is because I forgot how just a short time span ago, 5 years, that's it. I could give you a high five and that's 5 years. 5 years ago, the different world in which I resided. And even in those moments, I didn't understand how unhealthy it was for me. I didn't have the courage to acknowledge the fact that I was not happy. I didn't have the courage to acknowledge the fact that I was surrounded by dread and resentment and darkness and all of these things. And that's not to put any blame or shame on anyone from that era, but it was because I was not in a space of clarity enough to recognize that I was the walking wounded, right? That I was a zombie existing within my own realm of existence, that I chose to focus on anger and resentment over gratitude and grace, right? And how things have changed for me since I've been able to redirect my attention. And I actually feel very emotional about it as confirmation. And the reason I always share these notions with you is because maybe you're either in the space that I was in, or you're in the space that I'm in now, or maybe somewhere in between. But when you recognize yourself in the words that I share, it not only shows that we are alike, we are one, but two, it shows the possibilities. And also it allows you to recognize the things that you already know deep down within yourself, whether it's your refusal to acknowledge your depression and anxiety and all of those other things that bring about this thick tar of turmoil and just what I hear is like self-mutilation, but not even in a literal sense, but in a very visceral, very emotional sense, right? Where you're just continuously going down this slide of nothingness into this dissension of despair, right? When there's a ladder being presented right then and there for you that gives you the opportunity to climb out of your own darkness. And sometimes that ladder looks like therapy. Sometimes that ladder looks like distance, right? Because listen, one of the key things that I had to do was create space between people that were toxic to me. Right? And that doesn't mean that they are toxic individuals. That doesn't mean that they're bad people, right? Because that's, again, semantics. But what it means is that sometimes people aren't for us, right? And sometimes we have to get to that place of discomfort to recognize it enough to actually take action, because to know something and to do something are two totally different things. And we're in the season of action, people. And I started this off by reminding you of how far you've come, regardless of if you feel like you're still in the thick of it. That means you've still come a very long way, right? It's like that equivalent of Venom, right? It's like when Spider-Man was trying to pull off that suit off of himself, but it wants to stick so hard because that darkness, that's what it likes to do. It likes to cling to us, and it likes to make us feel comfortable and confident, right? When we sleep, we go to sleep in darkness because it's comfortable, right? I don't know very many people. I don't know of anyone who likes to sleep in the light because it's comfortable, right? It calls to us. It calls to that part of us that says, I like things easy, even though it's more difficult, right? All of that to say this, you have come a long way. But sometimes things like Snapchat or the tickety talk or whatever it is, it has to serve as actual tangible reminders to us of where we've come from in order to see where we are today and the possibility of where we can go tomorrow. So that's it. Stay the path. You're already a champ. You're already doing so well. Continue down this path and you will, I said down this path, but it's really up this path because you're heading towards your greatest achievement yet. Regardless of what it looks like, go with what it feels like. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Apples and tomatoes, all the things, and bye.